I could start a new channel tomorrow with not using my face or my voice, like without ever promoting it. And in 6 months have 20 million subscribers. Yeah. It's purely knowledge. Like if you knew what I knew, you could get 10 million views a video and you could get 10 million subscribers no matter where you are right now within 6 months.
You risk party life for $500,000.
Yes, let's do it, man.
Okay, good luck, man. You're braver than me. This is gonna be crazy.
This man is literally in a burning building.
Oh, there's fire around the door. The entire room is on fire. Oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing we've ever filmed.
And behind him is $500,000, which he could win if he completes 7.
That same nostalgia deep down. Man, I remember YouTube back in the early 2010s. It was wild but real. Those shaky iMovie edits, the awkward bedroom lighting, and the pure chaos of webcam rants. Remember those What's in My Bag videos? They weren't sponsored or polished, they were just regular people showing real stuff, not celebrities on some glossy PR tour pretending to be relatable. When someone hyped up something like Maybelline Baby Lips, it felt genuine, not like an ad shoved in your face. Those were the days of zero filters, no fancy setups, just raw vlogs of people talking about their daily lives, unedited and honest. That old-school version of YouTube felt like this cozy little digital diary, a place where people just dropped pieces of their lives online, raw and unfiltered. But now, there's this big question floating around that everyone keeps debating. Did MrBeast actually ruin YouTube? It sounds dramatic, but it's a real conversation happening all over the internet right now. Let's rewind for a second. Back in the day, YouTube wasn't about chasing views or massive productions. It was just people uploading whatever they felt like sharing. I'm talking about silly rants, random life updates, or just someone messing around with a camera in their room. It had that same energy TikTok has today, where you post just because you want to, not because you're chasing the algorithm. People were dropping goofy skits, lip-syncing to songs in their bedroom, throwing on cheesy transitions, and editing with iMovie like it was Hollywood magic. It was chaotic, creative, and full of heart. Back then, those iMovie pre-made text and cringe transitions were everything, and nobody cared about the algorithm or click-through rates. It wasn't about strategy or analytics. It was just pure, chaotic self-expression. I still laugh thinking about my very first channel. It was embarrassing, but in the best way. I was in middle school trying to figure out how to be cool online, and honestly, it's one of my favorite memories to look back on. Everyone had their own little corner of the internet, and people customized their YouTube pages like they were designing their MySpace profiles. There were bright colors, wild patterns, glittery fonts. It was messy, but it had soul. You could click on someone's channel and instantly feel their vibe, like stepping into their digital bedroom. Now, all we get is a plain banner and a clean layout that looks the same everywhere. Back then, it felt like being part of a secret club, where creators were just experimenting and learning together. And oh man, don't even get me started on the thumbnails. They were a total mess. Blurry screenshots, awkward freeze frames, and half the time the video title literally ended with .mov. It was chaotic, but that's what made it special. Fast forward to 2025, and YouTube looks like a whole different universe. Everything is sleek, polished, and so insanely professional that it's hard to believe this is the same platform we all grew up with. Don't get me wrong, I love YouTube. It's my entertainment, my career, my entire world now. But when I look back at those old days, part of me can't help but be stunned at how far it's come. The production quality, the lighting, the editing, it's next level. The platform has changed lives, opened doors, and created massive opportunities. But still, there's this tiny piece of it that makes me sad. Something about that raw, homemade magic got lost along the way. It feels like you can't just throw up a random video anymore with a lazy title, a blurry thumbnail, and zero planning, and somehow go viral. Those days are long gone. Now it's like everything has to be picture perfect or look straight up AI generated. Every frame, every color, every thumbnail feels calculated. If you're not appealing to kids or matching that bright, oversaturated cartoon chaos vibe, you're basically invisible. It's wild how the platform turned into this formula machine, where some creators think they've cracked a secret code to guaranteed success. And get this, I watched an interview where MrBeast literally said that if he started a brand new, faceless YouTube channel, he could grow it to millions of subscribers like it's nothing. Millions, no problem. That level of confidence is insane. He's so sure he's figured out the system that he could pull it off without even showing his face. Meanwhile, regular creators are grinding just to hit 1K or 10K subs, pouring everything they've got into their videos. while he's out here saying he already knows exactly what works. That's a whole different kind of power on this platform. He's convinced he could actually pull that off, and honestly, maybe he could. But I gotta say, it's not just about him. It's also about what audiences crave now. The whole vibe of YouTube has shifted so much. It's become this super polished, professional machine where everything feels like it's built for performance. There are literally entire channels dedicated to teaching people how to win at YouTube, how to master thumbnails, hook viewers, and even how to talk to the algorithm. It's wild to think about how far we've come from just pressing record and seeing what happens. Even creators like Colin and Samir have full-on series helping others build better channels. They break down how to make videos feel like shows, talk about engine formats, and even draw out charts to plan content like it's a business blueprint. Don't get me wrong, it's smart, but sometimes I miss when a vlog could just be a vlog. When someone could just sit, talk about their day, vent a little, share an opinion, and hit upload without needing a content strategy or SEO checklist. Those moments felt real. And like I mentioned before, not everyone has to follow the MrBeast blueprint to make it big, but let's be real. Hardly anyone else is hitting that level of success. There are still creators keeping that OG YouTube energy alive, staying true to that raw, personal style, and yeah, some of them do pretty well. But compared to the giants at the top, it's not even close. You scroll through the biggest channels right now, the YouTube darlings, and their thumbnails, titles, and even editing styles all look identical. It's like watching a lineup of mini TV shows. Don't get me wrong, it's clean, it's professional, and it's made YouTube look way more legit in the eyes of brands and networks. Some creators are literally submitting their work for Emmys. How wild is that? But still, something feels off. It doesn't have that anyone can do this vibe anymore. That used to be the magic of YouTube. You could just grab a camera, get creative, and somehow people would find you. Now it feels like you need a whole production crew, thousands of dollars in gear, and a marketing plan just to get noticed. What used to feel open and free now feels like this massive competition where only the most polished survive. And of course, it's not all on MrBeast. The platform itself pushes that kind of content too. But still, it really feels like he cracked some secret code that reshaped the whole site. MrBeast basically unlocked a new style of YouTube. Loud, high stakes, massive scale, and people couldn't resist jumping on it. Now, everyone's trying to copy that same formula, hoping to catch a piece of that success. It's wild how one creator's style became the blueprint for an entire generation of videos.
Minutes to 15 to 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard with a single storyline if you're doing like a double-digit minute video to just have that one thing grip their entire attention throughout the whole video and pay off at the end. So typically, if you're doing a longer video, you should introduce like a side.
And honestly, you can't deny what Jimmy has accomplished. It's unreal. The scale of his projects is something no one's ever done before. He's given away private islands, rebuilt schools, funded entire communities, and hosted YouTube game shows that feel bigger than TV. Like, who does that? He's definitely pushed the creator world to new heights, even if there's been some drama along the way. But one thing's for sure, he's brought more attention to YouTubers than anyone else ever has. I mean, the guy literally scored a $5 million Prime Video deal for a game show. That's legendary. He's built a full-blown empire, no question about it. MrBeast has pushed creators to dream way bigger than before. He proved that YouTubers can break into mainstream media while still keeping control of their own voice, and that's powerful. But along with all that success came a massive shift in how people create content. Now, it's not just about filming something cool, it's about strategy. Every title, every thumbnail, every second of watch time feels calculated. There's a science to going viral now. And honestly, it's made the whole experience feel different. Like, take his recent video title, for example. Absolutely insane. Would you risk dying for $500,000? That's the kind of headline that makes you stop scrolling instantly. It's dramatic, extreme, and built perfectly for clicks. And even though it works, it shows how intense things have gotten. You can't just post casually anymore without thinking like a strategist. And of course, TikTok has played a big part in this too. People's attention spans are nothing like they used to be. You've got maybe 10 seconds, tops, to grab someone before they swipe away. It's like every creator is fighting to grab that instant attention, and it's made YouTube feel faster, louder, and more competitive than ever. Now, everything's about fast cuts, neon colors, and AI-polished thumbnails that practically glow off the screen. And honestly, I get it. That's the game now. If you want to win, you gotta play by the rules. But still, there's this collective sadness floating around. People miss that old-school YouTube magic. They're craving that nostalgic vibe from the early 2010s, when videos felt personal and fun, not like mini-movies. I keep seeing those throwback posts. POV, it's 2010 and you just open your laptop. And it hits. Everyone's reminiscing about the 2015 YouTube era when the British creators were all collabing and the lifestyle girlies were filming cozy morning routines and best friend tags. It was an era that felt warm, creative, and full of genuine connection. But here's the sad truth. A lot of those OG creators are still posting today. They haven't disappeared, they're just not getting noticed the way they used to. Many of them are still making the same kind of authentic content that built their audience years ago, but the algorithm doesn't seem to care anymore. Either people have grown up and moved on, or YouTube's just not pushing out those kinds of videos. If you're not rocking AI thumbnails or massive MrBeast-style productions, it's like you're invisible. They're not out here doing wild giveaways or those lightning-fast jump cuts, and honestly, I miss that. I miss that whole era so bad sometimes. I wish I could just crack open my old laptop, hit play, and fall right back into those cozy YouTube days where everything felt simple and personal. But still, even with all the changes, I've got to say, I love this platform. It's given so much, and I'm genuinely grateful for it. I still find my little corners of YouTube that feel like the old days, those small, comfy bubbles that give me that OG vibe. Like, I'm still watching my favorite creators. And of course, those Disney food vlogs, my absolute favorites. They've still got that spark, that relaxed, genuine energy. It's all still there. You just have to dig a little deeper to find it. The problem is, it's not what the algorithm pushes anymore. Instead, the spotlight goes to the creators with wild thumbnails, full crews, and editors turning every second into a spectacle. But I never want my favorite creators to feel discouraged by all the flashy competition, because I know there are still tons of people out there craving realness, the authenticity of someone just sitting down with the camera, talking about life with no filters or effects. That kind of honesty still hits different. And sometimes I think about what my younger self would say if she saw YouTube now. She'd probably be amazed by how massive it's become, but also a little intimidated by how polished and businesslike it all feels. So if I really think about it, I don't believe MrBeast ruined YouTube. He just helped it evolve, and maybe we're all still figuring out how to keep the soul of it alive. I don't think MrBeast ruined YouTube at all. I think YouTube changed, and he just figured out how to win the new game. He cracked the code before anyone else did. Now the rest of us are just trying to figure out where we fit in this new version of YouTube that came after him. He's not the problem, he's the product of a system that started rewarding speed, scale, and spectacle above everything else. And the truth is, barely anyone can pull off what he does, because what he's doing takes a level of money, time, and production power most people don't have. That's where the problem comes in. YouTube's identity keeps shifting. It's trying to be Netflix, cable TV, and TikTok all at the same time. It's chasing every trend instead of owning what made it special. And somewhere in that evolution, we lost the heart of it. The weird, random, personal, homegrown charm that made old YouTube feel like a community. I miss those messy, genuine moments that didn't need to be perfect to be powerful. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe the real magic of YouTube isn't gone, it's just hidden under all the noise. Because when you think about it, every time the internet shifts, a new wave of creators finds their lane. There's always someone out there doing something real, even if it's not sitting on the trending page. And that's what gives me hope. The platform might have grown up, but there's still space for people who just want to talk, create, and connect without needing a whole production team behind them. It's wild how things circle back though. People are starting to crave raw, imperfect content again, stuff that feels human. You can see it in the rise of lo-fi vlogs, long chats, and chill storytelling videos that bring back that old YouTube energy. It's like people are quietly rebelling against the pressure to go viral every time they upload. So maybe that's where YouTube's next magic moment will come from. Not from massive budgets or crazy stunts, but from people being real again. From creators who just hit record, speak from the heart, and remind us why we fell in love with this platform in the first place. Because no matter how much it changes, that spark of authenticity always finds a way to come back. You know what? Even with everything that's changed, YouTube is still incredible. I truly love this platform. It's been such a huge part of my life, and I'm beyond grateful for it. I still check in on my favorite creators whenever I can because those familiar faces and comforting videos bring back so many memories. But I've got to be honest, I really miss Jenna Maribels. She was such a core part of that classic YouTube era, and hearing the recent update from Julian about their dog Marbles, man, that one hit hard. Knowing that they're preparing for him to cross over to doggy heaven just breaks my heart. I'm sending so much love to Jenna and Julian. They deserve all the peace and comfort in the world. It's sad thinking about how some of the OGs don't post like they used to, but I still believe that old school YouTube energy is out there. You just have to dig a little deeper to find it. There are still creators out there keeping it real, making content that feels genuine, simple, and full of heart. Now I really want to hear from you. Do you miss the old YouTube days too? Do you think creators like MrBeast made the platform better? Or do you kind of wish it stayed more low-key and personal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I seriously love reading what you guys think. If you enjoyed this chat, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. It helps a ton and keeps these conversations going. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!